start.
انت قاعدين كلوز.
That was one of Usain Bolt's most tragic moments in the history of his career.
Getting a false start is one of the worst experiences for an athlete. But how can we be sure that it actually happens?
Do they have one person watching each athlete?
Is it a machine?
Well, that's what we'll be talking about today.
I'm Grenier Basra.
And I am Nora Safadi, and we are representatives of Rec Time. And today's TED Talk video is about
the ReactTime false start detecting system. Athletic sprint events begin with a sequence of events. 1. The starter gun goes off.
2. The sound of the gun travels from the gun to the athlete's ear.
3. The ear registers the sound and sends impulses to the brain.
4. The brain then receives the signals and sends signals to the rest of the body.
And lastly, the signal is received by muscles and off the sprinter goes.
For example, if an athlete's ear is 2 meters from the speaker emitting the sound of the gun, the sound will travel at approximately 343 meters per second and hence not even arrive at 0.058 seconds. If the athlete's ear is 20 meters from the speaker, the sound will travel at 0.061 seconds to reach the ear.
If you're sitting in the crowd, say 60 meters from the starter, the sound won't reach you until 0.182 seconds after the gun. Most athletes will in fact be gone by this point because light travels to 300 times 10 to the 6 meters per second and would reach you in 200 nanoseconds. This is the reason you would see the athlete move before you hear the gun sound.
But not every race is perfect.
An athlete can commit a false start in 2 ways. Either they can leave the starting block before the gun sounds. This is what happened to Usain Bolt.
Or a runner reacts to the starting gun in less than 1/10 of a second.
ReactTime is the most common way to detect a false start. The graph shown is produced by the ReactTime system.
The gray line represents the firing of the gun, the green line represents 0.1 seconds after the gun was fired, and the red line represents the first sign of increased pressure.
As you can see, Usain Bolt left before the gun was shot. The system includes a block sensor on the back of each starting block that is connected to a main computer by wires or radio waves that then analyze the data. The device specifically measures the pressure exerted onto the starting block by each athlete.
Then, when the gun is fired and the runners begin to leave their post, there is an increased pressure when they push off, and there's a decreased pressure when they run. The computer analyzes when pressure on the starting block is first increased, and that detects a false start.
More specifically, if the pressure increases before the gun was shot, or if it increases in less than 0.1 seconds after it was shot, which is impossible by humans, if this happens, a signal is sent to the starter who then shoots the gun again to signify a false start to the athletes.
The ReactTime system is composed of 2 main parts that detect a false start. 1, the block sensor, and 2, the loudspeaker.
The block sensor records data and detects false starts to an accuracy of 1 to 1,000th of a second, while the loudspeakers are attached to the block sensor to ensure athletes hear gun and start commands.
The ReactTime system is important in major sporting events where it is used because it can completely change the outcome of a race. To summarize, the ReactTime system is used to detect ways of committing a false start through wires and sound waves.
When I was on the track team, false starts weren't caught quite as often because we didn't have advanced technology. But if we did, I would have been disqualified many times.
Anyways, do you want to go grab a bite?
Sure.
Last one's to bring a buys the winner burger. 3, 2. Hey, that's a false start!
How do you know?